What's up, world? So, I am here and I haven't been here for a while, but I'm excited to be here and to be talking. Honestly, things lately haven't been really great. That's okay. I'm learning to sit with things and be in the moment and to appreciate where I'm at. So even though I get frustrated and even though I want things to change, to find the things that I'm grateful for and to bring those things into my awareness, which sort of changes my perspective, I guess. Actually, Wayne Dyer said a really good quote. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I love that because a lot of times things don't ever really change. We just kind of change, and then the way we feel about things start to change and move around, and it's like, oh, okay, and you can see it from this angle. You can see it from that angle. Or another analogy I like is the spiral analogy, that life is one big spiral and we always keep coming around to the same points of the spiral, but we're always on different levels and come to different places. So you come to that same thing, but you're like in a different perspective or in a different place with it. And it's like, oh, okay, I've been here before. I remember, but I can see it this way now. So, yeah. But anyway, this week was pretty cool because I had been. All right, so I had this box of cutouts to make a vision board, but in all honesty, I've literally had the cutouts for probably like a good 6 to 7 months, and I kept telling myself like, yeah, I'm gonna make this vision board. It was all stuff that I want to create and that I want to happen, and I felt really good about it. And I just like, it was so on the back burner because I've had no motivation to do much. Recently it's been coming back. I've been being a lot more active and doing a lot more stuff, but as far as like that goes, it was, like I said, on the back burner. So anyway, I have this friend that I've known since forever, since before middle school, and we've always stayed really cool. And I started kind of getting into this whole higher consciousness thing, whatever, connecting with my higher self and just getting onto a deeper level of like healing and understanding myself. And so when I came back from traveling and doing all these things, I'm like so excited, I'm on fire, and I'm like telling her about it. And she's just like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, but I love you. It's so cool. You're like so happy. That's exciting. That's awesome. So, we stayed friends. And recently it was cool. Like this past week, she came to me and she was like, so manifestation. I'm like, yes, what about it? And she starts like going off, like telling me all these things, like about this motivational coach that she has been following on Instagram, and like just all this like really cool stuff with it. And she's like, I'm kind of new to it. I'm not really like savvy or hip to it, but like, I've started kind of like doing things. And so because she was like on this cycle, it set me back into a loop. I'm like, I know about all these things, but like it brought me to a different point of the spiral. And I'm like, and it like reignited my flame with it. And I'm like, yes, like duh, of course. We're always creating. Like, Katie, why don't you consciously create some things? And it was cool. Like the chick that she was following, that manifestation coach, she like gave me some podcasts by her. And Desiree, oh my gosh, I just totally narked her out, but yes, that's my friend. And anyway, she gave me the podcast by her, and she showed me, she's like, I'm making a vision board, and it totally just like revamped. It was like getting an electrical charge. It was amazing. And so like immediately, like I went home, I like pulled out the box and made my vision board, and it like came together so perfectly. I was so excited, and now it's hanging on my wall right where I need to see it every single day to give me motivation. And I like listen to some of the podcasts, and I just love when stuff like that happens, when the universe is like, okay, you are really needing in this area. And so like when we stop and listen, when I stop and listen and pay attention to the things going on around me, I always get answers that I need. And it was exactly what I needed for the time that I needed it. And it's just amazing. I'm just so grateful for that. It's so amazing. I never am ceased to be amazed by things in the universe. I always think that I'm gonna hit a point where I'm like, okay, that was it. That was like, I just can't be surprised anymore. But not really. I just like, to tell myself that. And constantly, like, new things just keep popping up, and it's like, yes, like, I feel this so hard, and I can't believe it happened this way. I'm just never cease to be amazed. But I think that that's part of what makes this life so beautiful, is that, like, when we take away expectations from our, like, how we feel like life should have to be, and when we're like open and willing to receive, like, the universe can provide for us sometimes so much more than we could have even comprehended. So, like, and this is something I talked with my friend about too. Like, I used to make really, really specific manifestations, and I used to set really specific intentions, and then I started to really realize that, like, I don't know, maybe I don't always know what I want. Sometimes I think I know what I want, but then it's like I get it, and I feel like, oh, it's like kind of what I wanted, but not really. And I just feel so like, I don't know. It's like tricky because I feel like that the universe like throws you curveballs sometimes, like, oh, you want this? Well, let me give it to you this way. And you're like, oh, not what I meant really. um, so I've started making looser manifestations with it, like just sort of like a lot of my intentions are to be in alignment with my higher self and my higher purpose, because I know that that's going to bring true happiness for me. And I know that that'll bring what it is that I'm seeking. And I don't think I always necessarily know exactly what it is that I'm seeking. I just have this like kind of generalized idea. And like, maybe that this isn't doesn't have to be for everybody, like this is just for me, and I just know that like when I try to like specify completely on things, that sometimes, like I said, there's like something, there's a loophole, something that I missed, and it's not covering exactly what I need. But when I'm like open and I surrender to the universe, there's like this greater plan that I just could not even comprehend, and it's so amazing. So I'm learning to do that. It's not always easy. I'm very good at, like, I like to meddle. I'm like, yes, yes, let me see how I can adjust this. Let me see how I can make this better. But I don't know. Like I said, when I'm not meddling, I feel like things go pretty well. So I'm practicing that. And also practicing non-attachment for things. So when I get really excited about something or whatever, like, okay, like, not everything stays the same. This too shall pass, the good things and the bad things. And to just sort of like, all right, you got this, universe. I'm just along for the ride. And what a fun ride it's been. Very interesting. So, I guess that's all I got right now. I just feel like it's been so long since I said anything, so I decided to like make myself known again. So, hey, here I am, making myself known. But I'll be back again soon, and love you guys. Peace.